Today on Drawbli.
We are looking at the art of Morry Evans.
Hey, I'm Ben.
And I'm Abby.
And we're drawing together because art is better with friends.
So click that subscribe button if you're new around here.
And let's take a look at some artwork from Mory.
Okay, so first of all, yes, loving everything I'm seeing. Simple, clean, love this.
Simple, clean, love it as well. Really love a lot of the shapes that I'm seeing in the pants, and I just struggle with a lot of that stuff, but we'll get back into the paintings. Let's talk about these lines first.
Yeah, these are great lines. Great lines. Great lines, Mory.
Great lines, but hey, Mory.
Great perspective,
Mory,
too.
Great lines. Yeah, there is some cool stuff going on with the perspective here. One thing I wanted to point out is how kind of hatchy or sketchy this is, while also having areas that have really clean, flowy lines that were obviously done in a single stroke. It's got it all.
It's got it all, baby.
It's got it all.
Ooh, look at this fun scribbling. I love this. You know, sometimes I just scribble and then start to make sense out of the scribbles, so I can kind of relate.
I wonder if that's what they did here.
Yeah, I just need to fill in this area. Oh, it'll be a really nice juxtaposition with the clean. Oh, that's beautiful, Chun-Li.
Yeah, a really cute Chun-Li, and then
look at the sole of her
awesome
shoes.
Tiger. Yeah, there's a lot of detail going on there. Yeah, and it's a tiger paw. But this tiger is her profile pic, or their profile pic.
Oh, nice. I love that. Look at this shoes alone, the detail of the rendering on the clothing. This is just at such an amazing level of finesse and refinement.
Yeah, and we get to see some examples of their lighting that they like to play around with, which is one of the things that I really wanted to talk about with their artwork, because they have some super cool lighting going on with all of their pieces.
Yeah, look at this.
Yeah,
this is
let's
just
get into
beautiful.
some more here.
Wow.
I'm also a really big fan of the textures that they use and the brushwork that they use, which isn't super apparent on this piece specifically, but I'll point it out in some more. But I know you're really into fashion, so had to include this one.
I just love this. This looks like from the cover of a magazine, and it very well might be. You know, that'd be a great reference for a jewelry ad would be, or even a watch ad, which this may be.
Look at the slight blurring and chromatic aberration going on the leaves on the right to pull your attention, or that's out of focus. You know, I'm a huge fan of that. And then I just really thought that this cat was cute.
That is a very cute cat.
Had to include the cute
job.
cat. But let's get in and take a look at that rendering technique that I was kind of mentioning, which kind of feels sketchy, hatching,
definitely still
right?
see a lot of sketch here, which is really inspiring because I feel like it can be so hard to draw and paint color on top of a sketch, at least for me, and still hold true to the energy of your sketch, but still get something kind of refined out of it.
Yeah, it's really hard to pull that energy through to the end.
Wow, this is a great rendering of musculature.
Yeah, there's
and
some
great
really
muscles.
Great muscles, yes. I don't know what accent that is, but here's some more of that example in the pants that I was talking about, that kind of hatching technique.
Yeah.
Where it's going along the form, it's following the folds. Really, really cool technique.
A little bit of blur and chromatic aberration down there as well.
Yeah.
Which is really fun.
Yeah, super cool. And this one, I think, has it probably the most. This might be one of their older works, I'm not entirely sure, but I see a lot less of this technique in their newer stuff that I've seen, or most recent posts.
I like that he's eating stew. We made a stew recently.
We did make a stew recently.
Good vegetable stew.
And I ate some of it today, and it was delicious.
Yes.
Let's talk more about our stew.
Okay. It's bean stew.
No.
We put in peas.
We're not talking about it.
Ooh, Cruella. I love this. I loved that movie. I like the song that came out with it too by Florence and the Machine.
Oh, yeah.
I was obsessed with that song for a little bit.
I need to listen to that
repeat.
again. I have not heard that in a long time.
Cruella de Vil.
I love Florence and the Machine.
Vil.
Let's talk more about Florence and the Machine.
This is a fun choice. I love this.
I've seen this every once in a while, and I'm always a big fan whenever I see it. One of my favorite uses of this technique, though, is to do it with the character's hair, where the hair is just one solid color blocking out the, it's almost erased. I don't know how, if this technique has a name, let us know down in the comments, but it's super cool.
Oh, lovely. This is so awesome. Now, this is the kind of piece that I'm like, how do you even get from point A to point B? Like,
There's
how
so
are we
much,
making-
there's just so much going on
You just have to
here.
know how to do so much.
There's a lot, yeah. Just like the steps, like, how much time do you think this piece took? It's got to be
At
quite
least
a bit.
30 hours,
Maybe, yeah.
you think?
I don't
know. I don't know.
Nobody knows. It feels like to me, I feel like, upwards of that amount, maybe more. But who's to say? Like,
That's a really cool kick. I wish I could do that.
that is a very cool kick. Yeah. Like, all of these are just, I don't know if there's one thing. Typically, we like to find the juice. If there's one thing I could say about the juice is, like, I really like their brushwork and I really like their colors.
Yeah, everything feels clean, but not overly softened, like to the point where it's like, oh, so digital. It has a lot of texture.
It feels, it has a very organic feel to it.
Lovely
And
composition.
I know you love Hisoka, so.
It's been years since I've watched the show. I think my little interest in Hisoka has perhaps gone the way of all things, but I still
Well,
appreciate some good Hisoka art. He's very cool.
Some bungee gum going on, but I love this piece so much, I would absolutely sculpt this. It's so cool.
I love his torso too because I think.
Tell me about how you love Hisoka's torso.
Well, I love the way it's painted.
Yeah.
Because one thing I always get confused on is when I see a beautifully painted torso and it has all these subtle gradient shifts, and it's kind of eye-opening to me to see it done in non-flesh colors.
He's wearing a skin-tight shirt, obviously.
Yes, but it's, I feel like this is painted as though it were flesh, just in pinks.
Correct.
And that is helpful to me to look at that and see, and get a different idea for value shifts and.
But also, the
shapes.
fact that, this brushwork, if I were to use this style, it would be incredibly muddy if I did it using this technique. I feel like this is just one moment away from being a muddy mess, but they've somehow controlled it all and brought it into a good spot.
I feel like we're seeing a little bit of a Leyendecker approach where in areas of shadow we have lines going in that direction.
Maybe that's what I could compare it to. Yeah, I think you're right.
And that leaves some of the base color still in that portion of the art. So everything feels very cohesive. But I don't know.
I think you're correct. Yeah, there's a lot of that kind of technique going on. Also, those folds, holy cow.
I know.
Awesome.
Wow.
I think this is their original character, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
But it's a super cool character.
So cool.
Really enjoy that last one and this. Really cool design. Love the armor. Love the rendering on the armor.
Yeah, that is just amazing. That is just gorgeous.
Love the flowers.
Love the hair.
The hair is so cool.
Wow.
That style is awesome. Yeah, I'm a big fan. And then of course back to some more beautiful lines. I think you're onto something with that Leyendecker comparison.
Yeah, I mean we're keeping the lines in here, and that's encouraging because I always want to keep my lines, but it's hard to know when to paint over them and when to keep them in.
Maybe that's how. Maybe he changed his name at one point to Leyendecker.
Ha ha ha.
Instead of
Line.
Leyendecker.
Guy with the lines. I'm sure many an art history student has used that mnemonic initially to be like, oh, Leyendecker, the line man.
But
Interesting. This is so fun to see a blocking out process.
I figured you would enjoy getting to see this as well.
Wow.
You get an idea of their basic approach. Just
That is-
laying in the
It is so
proportions.
hard to see point A to point B here, but I'm
Draw the rest of the owl. Of course, our
Yeah.
favorite art medium.
yeah. Oh, this is cool. Very cool.
And if you would like to draw the rest of the owl, click that like and subscribe button.
And check out our guidebook, How to Easily Draw Every Day, at the link in the description.
And this is the part where we say
Goodbye.
Goomba. Abby, do you think one day we'll be able to draw the rest of the owl?
The rest of the owl. Maybe we can share it, and you can draw half, and I can draw half.
Okay, I'll do the first half.
Well, this is I want to do the top half.
Oh. Okay. we can make that work.